Now, G, man, I'm gonna need you to start this off, man.
All right, so Smoove, did you watch the basketball championship, the college basketball championship?
No, I didn't.
All right, well, if you didn't, well, since you didn't, Virginia won. They beat Texas Tech. What was the score? It was like 85-77. It was a good game. Winning
Great
overtime.
Game. Great game.
Yeah, great game. Let me correct myself. Great game. Winning the overtime thanks to Hunter on Virginia. Yeah. He gonna be the truth. He a lottery pick. I think he. If I'm to guess, outside of Zion, who would come out of this draft successful, I think Hunter. I think he would. He a real deal.
Yo, you know what? It's funny you say that, bro, because when I seen that championship game, I was overly impressed by his game. You know, he showed me not only his offensive game, like scoring a career high of points, but he showed me how well he can defend. This man reminds me of Kawhi Leonard. Like 6'7", they both have the same kind of body frame. 6'7", and they could defend because the other player on the other team, what's his name? Jared Culver. Like he's a good player, but
and Cal guy.
Yeah.
No, Culver is on Texas Tech.
Yeah, he's on Texas Tech, and what's his name? Hunter defended him well, bro. He kind of locked him down.
Yeah.
And
he got a great overall ability. He can score. He can defend. This guy's the truth.
And he can shoot.
Clutch.
Yeah, he very clutch. Very clutch in the most important moments. He could shoot the three consistently. He could drive to the rack. He's something.
Yeah, he scored the three that sent them into overtime.
Exactly.
That was amazing, and I didn't even watch the tournament last year, but apparently they had lost in the first round against UMBC or some bullshit college in the fucking first round.
Yeah, last year.
Last year, only to turn around and then win it all. I got nothing for credit for him.
Nothing but love. That is such a Cinderella story. I love it. Especially coming out of the ACC with Duke and North Carolina. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's crazy.
Those white boys can ball in Virginia, bro.
I mean, you got some black. I mean, we talking about black boys though, so.
Let's keep it black. Let's keep. Nah, but I don't know if it's just me, bro, but I'm looking at DeAndre Hunter and I'm like, yo, this guy kind of favors the actor that played Chris Rock in Everybody Hates Chris, man. Is it just me or?
Oh, yo, you might be hitting the nail on the head on that one.
Yo, Maria, do me a favor. Yeah. Go on Google right now and type in Everybody Hates Chris actor. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. And then type in DeAndre Hunter and see if they look alike.
And while you do that, Moo, tell us about yourself because we didn't properly introduce you to the podcast.
That is very true.
This is, of course, this is Maria, aka Moo. So introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself.
Maria from Enfield, North Carolina, from the woods.
Okay.
What's y'all chat?
Ride a horse, favorite cowboy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I need a little bit more bio, Maria. Come on, come through with it.
Come on now.
Let's see. I mean, what you need? What you need though?
All right. What's your favorite food?
The pizza, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Love pizza. Other than that, salmon.
Word.
Yeah.
I like salmon too. Like it got to be right though. It got to be cooked right because some salmon.
So, question, y'all talk about Tyler James?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, we talking about him.
And the other boy, DeAndre Hunter.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Your computer slow like mine?
Using my phone actually.
Word.
You get reception out there?
Some eyes. It's eyes.
Yo, why is Gene trying to come for you, bro? Yo, this man just
That's
asked.
Gene. Yeah, that's what that is.
This
You said I'm
guy.
what?
Cause he missed me.
No.
Yeah, I do.
I can't wait. I can't wait till we all link up, man.
Yo, it's his nose and his eyes, man, and them ears.
Yeah, they look alike.
Yeah, they look alike in the face. So what's a moo occupation?
Low occupation. I don't know. I definitely love everything.
You throw rocks in a lake and shit. You go down fish every Sunday and shit.
It's not that country, Gene. We're just chilling, man. We're just chilling.
Chilling like
Yeah, you got teach me how to like sew my clothes, cause I don't like I keep ripping my pants for whatever reason.
It's so.
Sew, whatever. So you gotta teach me that shit, Moo. I know you know that shit.
I mean, to tell you the truth, we take our clothes to our mamas, our grandmas, or something like that.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to learn that from your mama or your grandma, and then teach me that shit.
What we'll do.
I mean, yo, Gene, you could go right over there your damn self.
Nah, bro, that's about a 2-hour drive, man. That's a little far from me.
So you want Maria to come to you?
Nah, I just want you. I just want her to teach me.
You know how
I want her to.
don't do
No,
that.
I want her to teach me on the phone. What do you mean? It's technology age now.
I feel what you're
Man.
saying. I feel what you're saying.
Alright? I don't know ever come for me like that, bro. Stay in your fucking lane, bro. What you talking about?
I'm trying, man. With the 23A, I'm trying to stay in my lane, man.
Alright, man. But yeah.
But
So
you done with the DeAndre Hunter?
Yeah, I'm done with that, man. I'm off that.
All right, so look, I'm gonna say something that nobody is thinking about because this is what Kai Smoove does, and I just do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Would you guys allow your child to attend Duke University?
Why wouldn't I?
Okay, that's your answer. What's Marie's answer?
Even though I'm gang with UNC Chapel Hill, but I mean Duke is a good university too.
Okay. Maria.
It's up to them.
You said it's up to them?
Yeah.
All right, now I have a second question. Y'all ready for this?
Mhm.
Would you let your child listen to R. Kelly?
Okay, I'm confused in the line of questioning, but
I know. It's gonna come around. It's gonna come around soon.
It's gonna come around like a boomerang. All right, so yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, shit.
You said now
Well,
you wouldn't?
Okay, no. I'll say this: if it's my son, yes. Daughter, no.
Son, yes. Daughter, no. All right, what you got, Maria?
We all stepped in the name of love, bro. So
Ooh.
ain't no need to even change that.
That's what y'all doing out there. That's what y'all doing out there in the country.
Ain't no need to even change that, bro.
Is that what you be milking the cows too?
Everybody try to change their perception on this dude. I mean, even him and Michael. I mean, you act like you never listen to their music. It's their music. It's not who they are.
Right. Okay, so you're saying like you allow your child to listen to R. Kelly's music?
Yeah.
All right, so Maria stayed. Okay, here's what I was getting to with these line of questions, right? Maria stayed consistent, but G kind of became hypocritical with his two answers, and here I'm gonna explain it to you right now, G.
I became hypocritical. Yo, explain to me. Hey, I'm ready. I'm listening. Go ahead.
All right, so you said your son, you would allow him to listen to R. Kelly's music, right?
Yes.
So why would you allow your son to listen to R. Kelly's music and never mind, I'm sorry. Why would you not let your daughter listen to R. Kelly's music?
Okay, I would not let my daughter listen to R. Kelly because I don't want her falling in love with that nigga and then end up at 16 in his mansion. There's a possibility. I'm not saying it could happen, but it's a possibility that could happen. But as far as my son goes, I mean, if my son just set in the mood to lay down the pipe, then shit, I can't. Hey,
Wait.
do what she gotta do.
There's a Gene answer for you, bro.
All right, so look. So here, the thing I was getting to was that you'll allow your children to go to Duke University, but not, you won't allow your daughter to listen to R. Kelly. It's like this, right? Duke University. What's they mascot?
Blue Devil.
The Blue Devil. So you'll allow your kid to go to a
know
Blue
that
Devil
symbolizes?
mascot school, but not listen to R. Kelly's music. It's hypocritical.
Do you know what Blue Devil means?
No, I do not.
It's actually a symbol from I forget what war it is, but it's a symbol from the war. That's what they used to call like the soldiers or some shit. I gotta do some more research
Even
on that shit.
then,
But I do.
devil
I gotta
is in
read-
the name, bro. Devil is in the name.
Okay, niggas ain't get Daredevil out the paint. What the fuck?
World War One.
See.
Thank you, Moo Moo. See,
Wait.
Moo Moo do her research. God damn it, Kai.
111. You said what?
I said Moo Moo do her research. You don't.
Hey man, I'm just saying, if you're gonna let your child go to school that has the devil mascot, you might
She
as well.
said World War One. She didn't say 111.
Okay, I got that.
Get it straight.
It still is devil mascot. It's a devil with horns. It's a blue devil with horns, and he has that stick. What is that stick called? A pitchfork?
Nigga.
It's
Nigga, what do you
devil.
Nigga. Do you listen to yourself talk?
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
listening to yourself
It's
right now?
devil. You allow your kid to go to the devil
I
school.
used to think that same thing in middle school. And then I actually did research a little bit. Well, I didn't try to go and research the shit, but I heard it. And I was like, oh, okay, makes sense. Now, okay, that beef is squashed with Duke. I still don't fuck with him, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck you on right now.
I don't understand. I don't understand the whole devil mascot
The
because the devil.
symbolism has nothing to do with being the Bible devil. It has everything to do with whatever it symbolized during World War One.
It's a little
That's
tongue
cool,
twister. It's a
brother.
little tongue twister. You might want to do that.
Yeah. but yeah.
So-
yeah, I'm not. No, but actually, my beef is with Duke in another sense with the whole Zion family situation with them working with the lawyer that was with the Stormy Daniels, the porn star that was trying to sue. What was the story? Stormy Daniels, the porn star, the Trump shit.
I heard about Stormy Daniels. I'm going to need you to explain this story because in order for me to get it, I gotta hear it.
Okay, so Stormy Daniels, porn star, pretty much went against what her and Trump settled on as far as keeping everything, on the hush hush. She went against that, legally. She went against it, and spilled the beans like a year or so ago. And the lawyer that was backing her is also the one that was bribing. I believe he was bribing Nike or was working with Nike to bribe Zion to pretty much come to Duke, because Duke is sponsored by Nike.
Right.
So Nike was pretty much working with that lawyer and to pretty much bribe talents like Zion and I'm sure other players too. But obviously Zion is the big name in the situation. So
Big blood.
So pretty much to bribe him to come to Duke. Obviously, if Nike is sponsoring Duke, then that would be the whole thing there. So pretty much that's the whole thing. So allegedly the family the family, not Zion, but his family was getting paid for Zion coming to Duke, basically.
Yeah, it's a sad situation, man. Zion is an unbelievable talent, and for his family to go ahead and continue the tradition of under the table money, you know, it kind of rubs me the wrong way as well.
Explain.
Yo, you don't deserve the money for that child being great at basketball. No matter what you did, if you gave him $1 on Sunday because he needed a bag of chips, I don't care what you did. He was the one on that court that earned that scholarship. For you to take money, it's like you got to be in a real situation for you, like a real poorish, poverty-ridden situation for you to take money, because if you well off by yourself and you taking money, you just making money off of Zion, and it's just not right.
So Moo,
Yeah,
you said there, Moo. How would you feel if your son, you know, he's this top player in the country, coming out of high school, you his mother, how would you react if somebody came to you with, you know, whether it's $100,000, $1 million to get your son to play for their school? How would you react? Would you take the money, or would you say, fuck y'all, we're going about this the right way?
I mean,
How would you do?
right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? No matter how much. That's how I feel.
So if you in a poverty situation, you barely pay the rent, huh?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Now, I feel like setting yourself up for failure anyway if you go the wrong way.
Okay.
Yeah, I just believe in you know, bad vibes and bad energy. If you take in something that's bad, you just gonna continue receiving something that's bad in your life. I feel like that's just the energy thing with me. Like something down the line is gonna happen that's gonna be, I don't know. I'm just a big believer in energy. If you taking that money, bro, that money gonna mean something in the future.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they ain't just giving out that kind of money without nothing in return.
But Gene, let me ask you something. Does he have a say-so in it? I mean, I looked online and it was talking about his mom pretty much receiving the money and stuff like that. Does he even have any say-so in what she does?
Well, see that, and that's where it gets foggy, because the NCAA rules is that the athlete themselves can't receive the money, but it doesn't really state about the families. Because if we rewind back to when LeBron first entered the league, or before he entered the league, and he was in high school, how you know his mom was in poverty. You know, they were living in poverty prior to him getting to the NBA. But his mom was, you know, driving. I forgot what vehicle it was, but it was one of the higher class vehicles, and you know, it didn't really correlate with, you know, their living situation. So, to me, I feel like personally, you know, whatever that athlete deserves, they deserve. Now, do Zion legally, should he have a say-so in it? Like, as of, you know, going by what's legal or not? No, because if he does, then obviously that affects Duke directly, and that affects him and all that. Now, if he has nothing to do with it, and it's just his mother or whatever family member has to do with it, then that's a separate issue. Then they can't penalize Zion, they can't penalize Duke, they can't take away his accolades, whether, you know, because he won the national basketball player, you know, of the year or whatever. They can't take away the awards. They can't take away they can't penalize him, period. If it's just his family taking the money and not him directly. If he directly takes it, then it's a whole nother issue. Now that affects Duke, the whole program of Duke. It affects him, you know, because and just to kind of like fill you in on how serious this is. It's a program in Texas, SMU, Southern Methodist University. They actually got the death penalty for some shit like this. So yeah, which means that it wiped away a lot of their championships, a lot of their scholarships they were able to offer because of shit like this.
Wait. Stop there. You said death penalty?
Yeah, it's called a death penalty. Now, I don't know what all... I can't fully remember the whole story on the Southern Methodist University, their whole story, but they was at one time, like, okay, to football, SMU was to football what Duke or North Carolina is to basketball right now. At that point in time, this was back in the 80s, 70s. So once they got the death penalty, it wiped away their scholarships, wiped away their championships, their accolades, all that, and now nobody really knows who they are. But they was at one point like the Alabama of football. Well, Alabama is the football now. They was the football back then. So that's what I'm saying. This is a serious topic, but if Zion had nothing to do with this, then it's not as serious because now it's just his family taking it and not him. So now that's really what the battle is now.
Yo, you know what? The family should have been more mature about this situation and just denied the money because they had to think ahead and know that news was going to come out about the family taking money. And that's going to play a role in Zion's head. It may mess with him a little bit. They should have been more mature and, just decline that offer because they wasn't thinking about Zion. They was thinking about themselves, to be honest. And like Zion, he all you had to do as a family was wait a little bit longer, wait one more year. He was going to make that big check in the NBA. I don't know why they accepted money so early.
See, I think what it is. And I'm not, wrong is wrong. So I'm not, on this. I'm not defending them if they did do this bullshit. I'm not defending them by any means, but I'm trying to be sympathetic to the situation. So what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of these players is taking money under the table. It's not just the big names like a Zion, like a LeBron. There's a lot of players that's not even in the lottery right now. That's in the lottery, the NBA lottery this upcoming season. That has taken money going into their freshman year of college. But they don't get really either it never gets found out or it just kind of gets swept on the rug because they're not really a big name to really hold it for it to hold any kind of weight. So now I think somebody, if this did happen, I think somebody leaked this shit, and now it's kind of like, did Zion have anything to do with it? And my thing is, in that moment, they're probably thinking, okay, we're low on bills, boom, boom, boom. They ain't even thinking about a year from now, which is a whole nother topic if we're talking about the black community. But that's what they're probably just thinking in a moment that they're not able to pay their bills. Their son is the biggest name out there, and their son could potentially make millions right now because, there's so many factors that go into a season, a collegiate season where, y'all seen, I don't know if you've seen it, Smoove, but Zion pretty much damn near broke his ankle with his shoe fucking breaking, the Nike shoe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like situations like that could have happened before the season even fucking started in practice. You know what I'm saying? And he would have never played this year. He would have redshirted, and then he would have been out of millions off the rip because of an injury. So it's, I can see both sides with it.
I feel what you're saying. It's just, that energy, man. They're gonna get something back. So since we're on this topic of Zion, I don't know if you've seen, Kai, LeVar Ball back at it again, talking about his son, LiAngelo Ball, the second son.
saying that his son is better than Zion Williamson.
Yo, see, you remember when I said, like, after that whole situation when they got scammed and whatnot, like, he shouldn't sit down and be quiet. He should still be in the media.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, he took my advice. I called him the other day. He took my advice. And he was like, I'm going to stay in the media. So, yeah. So, basically, what he's saying is a bunch of BS. I'm sure his middle son is a good ball player, but, you know, I'm not even going to put him next to Zion Williamson, man. The things that I've seen that Zion Williamson can do, I'm not saying no other player around his age can be better than him.
Yeah, I would say that no, D'Angelo is not on the level of Zion. Neither is his brothers, but I feel like D'Angelo is the most well-rounded player out of his brothers, out of Lonzo and out of LaMelo or whatever the fucking name is. I feel like he is the most well-rounded player, but I don't feel like, scoring-wise he's the most effective. But I feel like he's the best defender out of the family. I feel like he's, he can score. I do feel like he's best round-rounded, but he's not on the level of Zion Williamson.
You looked at his highlights? You seen him play?
I mean, I seen him play. I seen his highlights like a year or so ago. Before that whole him going to China and getting caught and Trump claiming that he bailed him out and shit. Like, before that whole situation happened, I seen his highlights and shit, and I would say, yeah. I mean, I feel like he is the best brother overall than his younger and older brother.
What was he doing prior to this this crazy, outrageous statement that LeVar Ball made in the media?
I don't know what he's doing. I know that he's I think he's still playing with Lithuania. I know that him and Melo went overseas and played with the Lithuanian team or whatnot, and obviously your stats gonna be padded when you go overseas. You're playing with lesser talent, but against lesser talent. But I'm talking about in terms of his high school stats. I mean, his high school highlights, stats or whatnot. I feel like he was best overall. I feel like Lonzo is the best overall on the offensive side. I feel like LaMelo, I can't say that he's the best scorer. Just because he had that 92-point game in high school, he was playing against a sorry ass team, so I can't really say that.
Bro, even if you're playing against a sorry team, to score 92 points is amazing.
but there's context. There gotta be context behind it too, because if you walking the ball of the court the whole time and you cherry picking, it's like,
it's 92 points though. It's 92. 92.
I get that. I guess that kind of reminds me of the next topic, or one of the topics that I want to bring up as far as the Russell Westbrook shit.
Nah, before you bring that up though, I got to squeeze this one in here. Go ahead. So I forget if I was on Facebook or Twitter or one of the social media apps, and I seen highlights of Brock Lesnar playing on the Vikings when he tried out for them in 2004, and I'm like, wow, I forgot about this situation over here.
He did play football. Yeah,
Maria, you know who Brock Lesnar is, right?
Of course.
Yo, was he in his prime of wrestling during that time? 2004?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So he was in his prime and he tried out for the football team. I mean, I don't know. But I seen his preseason highlights, because you know how they do the preseason. They get all the walk-ons and all the players that might make the team. And I'm like, yo, he could have been a J.J. Watt in the league.
I don't know about that. Now you're going too far now.
He could have been a J.J. Watt, man.
Now you sound like LeVar Ball. Now you wilding.
It's kind of rubbing off on me. That phone call last. I mean, I don't know, man.
Because you were looking at his college highlights?
Nah, it was on the Vikings, bro. He made a nice tackle on the outside as a DN.
So he made one nice tackle, and you compare him to J.J. Watt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something had to happen for him to stop playing football. Like,
okay, I see where you at.
I don't even know what happened, but something had to happen for him to stop playing football because he was decent. He was good.
I mean, he probably was just going where the bag was at, to be honest with you. WWE, they pay that money.
They don't pay that money like baseball contracts, though.
I mean, no, but he wasn't a baseball player.
Yeah, I just want to throw that out there because Brock Lesnar was one of the greatest WWE superstars in American history.
But okay, so since we're here, go ahead, Moo.
I said, yeah, he had a good run.
Say that one more time.
I said, yeah, he had a good run.
Nah. He's like the Kobe of WWE.
I don't know.
All right, who would you say is the Jordan of the WWE? Who would you say that?
The Rock. Me, I would say that. I would say The Rock.
I gotta ask a real wrestling fan because I don't know about you, G.
I mean,
I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not a current wrestling fan.
Nah, I'm playing.
Of course, you have Stone Cold Steve Austin. All the oldies that you don't hear about no more. The people that's about to retire.
Who is the Jordan of the WWE?
I would agree with Gene, actually.
Thank you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, because
I wasn't knocking The Rock. I was just trying to joke on you. I was just trying to joke on you, son. Yo, that's all it was.
Nah, nigga.
Yo, that's all it was.
Nah. See what happened with you? You seen him alongside with Kevin Hart, and you were like, nah, he ain't that nigga. That what happened to you, bro. It's sad. You gotta watch that movie when he was in that fucking desert again. You gotta watch that movie again.
Dang, let me see. Nah, hold on. What about Triple H? Triple H?
Nah.
No. Wait. Hold on. Nah. I can't believe you guys did not say this name.
I'm putting Undertaker over Triple H.
No, you're dumb. You're dumb. Hulk Hogan.
Fight you right now.
Hulk Hogan.
Nah.
He's the Jordan of that W. Yo, he is the Jordan.
Corny as fuck, bro. Get him the fuck out of here. You see him on A-Team?
You know how large his fan base was?
They call?
Okay, but I mean, everybody's fan base, it depends on their level of talent. You know what I'm saying?
Whose fan base was bigger than Hulk Hogan's? Please tell me.
Ric Flair?
They neck and neck.
Nah, Hulk Hogan was corny, bro. He corny.
Bro, nah. You can't say that, bro. He's the Jordan. He's the Jordan, bro. I'm sorry.
Nah.
He was at the first WrestleMania. First main event.
What that mean? That was Jordan at the first fucking NBA in the first NBA season?
All right, so he's Bill Russell then. Damn.
Okay, I'll say that. Bill Russell was a little corny.
Nah. Stop it right there. Stop it right there.
Yeah, he was corny.
Bill Russell was not corny, bro.
He was a great player, but he was corny.
As far as what?
As far as just being corny.
You don't know what you're saying.
I won 10 championships. I'm better than Wilt Chamberlain because I won 10 championships.
Why do you think that's his persona, bro?
I'm saying that's what his fans was backing him. That's the reason why his fans had him in MVP some of them years over Wilt Chamberlain. Despite Wilt Chamberlain, averaging 50 points and 20 rebounds a game, but fuck it, because Bill Russell won a championship, let's give it to him.
Bro, if you watch Bill Russell's documentary, bro, you'll have a newfound respect for him.
No, I have a respect for him. I'm saying corny and just like Hulk Hogan.
Nah, Hulk Hogan's the Jordan. Who can you name that had a bigger fan base?
I would still put The Rock and The Undertaker over
The Undertaker. I can see The Rock. I can see The Rock, but The Undertaker.
You know how many how many WWE shits he been in, bro?
Let me tell you why the Undertaker just don't match up to those two. One, there's two reasons. One reason is because he wasn't always the Undertaker. He was something else before the Undertaker. I don't know. I forget.
So was The Rock. So was Hulk Hogan.
I don't know about Hulk Hogan. You right about The Rock. I don't know about Hulk Hogan. But number two reason.
So you think?
Number two reason, the Undertaker was considered a villain. Like nobody, the
Come on now, everybody got excited about him.
Yeah, I did too.
Every WWE star was a villain at some point.
Nah, not Hulk Hogan, bro.
Hulk
Hogan is the Jordan. I'm trying to tell you, like y'all can't. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
So since we're on this topic, then Bret Hart. Did y'all hear about what happened to Bret Hart recently?
No, ma'am.
So he was given I think it was a Hall of Fame speech, and then some fan out of nowhere wearing a fucking, mind you, it was a white boy, wearing a fucking Jamaican hat or some shit with the, with the fake dreads on it.
Yeah.
You know how to. So because he giving his Hall of Fame speech in the ring. You know what I'm saying? The white boy runs in and tackle him like he got a sack. You know, like the lineman sack a quarterback.
Yeah,
that's exactly how this dude tackled him.
Yo, what in the world is that randomness, man?
And then Bret Hart went to the hospital because of this shit.
Wait,
like, it was crazy.
Wait, he went to the hospital?
That's what they say. I don't know if it was any serious injuries or not, but bro, if you watch the video, that shit is nuts, bro. That shit is nuts. That shit crazy. He got tackled.
Wait,
the way he got tackled, bro.
Like, how old did this kid look?
That kid was like 20 something, like young, like early 20s, like probably like 21, 22. Like he just tried a beer for the first time and just thought he could handle Bret Hart. Like,
that's crazy.
That's a funny. Y'all look that shit up, y'all. That's a funny ass video. The way he tackled me. Yo, the way he tackled him. And then what was his reasoning? Hold on, let me hand my computer.
Yo, it's crazy, man. Yo, I can't picture Bret Hart old, and when I'm looking at this video, he's old. I'm like, wow.
Yes. You see him get tackled. And then the dude said it was right. It felt right in the moment or some shit like that.
He had too much sugar that day.
Yeah, that was the funniest. I read that before I seen the video. That was so fucking hilarious to me. He said it felt right in the moment. Like, how does that feel right in the moment?
Yo, he was on drugs. He was on drugs.
Yo, that is funny as shit. Yeah. That was a funny shit.
I'm watching that shit right now. Maria, who would you say is your favorite WWE superstar of all time?
Roman Reigns right now.
Roman Reigns.
Yes, absolutely.
Now,
he said of all times though. Not right now.
Hey, Roman Reigns.
She's saying Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
All time.
You said right now at first though.
Right now and all time. I mean, of course he wasn't around forever, but Roman Reigns.
You just trying to fuck Moo.
It is what it is.
Ooh, child.
Nah, but for real though, like,
get this shit off Moo.
His signature moves and stuff, and how many titles he done won. He got the belt right now. If you've been watching, he got the belt right now. And I mean, he been battling leukemia, of course, so he been out, but he just came back again.
Word, I didn't even know all of that.
Yeah. If you didn't know, like, I think last week, you remember Kurt Angle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his last fight, I think, last week. He retired.
Yo, Moo, teach us something about wrestling. Let me find out you watching wrestling faithfully.
You ain't noticed, G? You ain't noticed, G?
I didn't. Teach me something.
Word, yeah.
I don't watch the new wrestling no more. I watch the old wrestling. I don't watch the new wrestling.
90s and early 2000s.
I mean, it ain't the same no more. My dad, I mean, he always watched it, so we got him on, like, VHS tapes and stuff like that in the house. But, Like I said, it ain't the same no more. But you know,
Give me your top 5, Moo Moo. Top 5.
Dang. I would have to say, I don't like him, but John Cena.
You can't see me?
Why you don't like him?
Because he overrated.
Why you feel like that?
Listen, let her get to the 5 first, damn it.
Nah, we gotta dissect this.
All right, go ahead.
But he just, all right, so, I mean, to me, he just looked like a normal man about to go fishing when he walks in. Like people I see every day around here. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what? What kind of niggas walking around there? What?
I mean, the way he dressed. You know,
jean
he dressed in like
shorts?
a t-shirt and some jean shorts. I mean.
Okay, his attire, yes, but that nigga's a bodybuilder.
Well, I think he overrated. Like, they praise him like he's some kind of god or something.
I feel what you're saying.
Okay, go on with your top 5, then. Go on.
I like the Big Show.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, let me see. Of course, I said Roman Reigns.
Furball.
Alright now.
I used to like Chris Jericho.
Oh, yeah, he was dope.
No.
And Bray Wyatt.
What's the last one?
Bray Wyatt.
I don't know that one.
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, yeah, he's kind of new.
Oh, okay.
Sorta.
Now, what I noticed was that you did not mention any female wrestlers, Maria. I can't believe this.
Trish Stratus is the GOAT right there. Trish Stratus?
Nah,
what?
Lita? What's her name? Lita? Yeah, Lita.
Yeah, fuck Lita. Trish, she ain't had shit on Trish.
Nah, what's her name? It was another one. She was.
I'm trying to think of the black girl name.
She was giggly, blonde.
I like AJ Lee above everybody.
Okay.
But I hate the.
Oh, I know you talking about Casey, Stacy Keebler or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I know you talking about.
So you said AJ Lee.
Yeah.
What makes her stand out amongst the rest?
For a while, it was her and the girl named Paige.
Yeah.
It was her and Paige going at it for a while, and AJ, like, she was like kind of neck and neck with her. And it took her a while to get the belt, but I mean, she did. I don't know what happened to AJ Lee. About 3-4 years ago, I mean, she disappeared. I don't know if she quit or whatnot, but I haven't seen her since.
She got to make a comeback.
Yeah, she do. Cause I'm sick of the same old names from. I'm sick of Nikki Bella, the Bella girls. I don't deal with them. It's like so much drama with them.
I'm gonna give y'all a fun fact. Trish Stratus was the first white girl that I was attracted
to. Yo, nobody asked for this mids.
Yo,
nobody.
Give it to you wrong. Give it to you wrong. No pun. No pun intended.
Listen, bro. One thing that wrestling did for me as a young black boy growing up in the inner city of Brooklyn was introduce me to white women. And, I'm not saying they the baddest women that's walking this earth because it's obviously black women. But, when I seen Trish Stratus, I must agree with G on that one. I got to give him a high five on that one.
Yeah. High five on that. Yo, Momo, you got to agree. Y'all was the first white girl you was attracted to. Come on now.
Gene, really, though?
Come on now. Oh, yeah, you're the religious one.
Yo,
come on now. Give it up.
All right. Okay, let's switch it. Who was your first white male crush, Maria?
My first white male crush.
Like celebrity wise.
Johnny Depp, man.
Ooh.
By far.
Oh, Pirate dude? Pirate of the Caribbean guy?
No, it's not even that. I mean, look at him as an actor. Freaking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Ever since.
So that what did it for you? The Chocolate Factory? That's crazy. The chocolate had you hot? Okay.
Damn.
Okay, Jim.
Nah, he was in what else he was in?
It was just some of everything, man.
Yeah, he did it all. Like he can act like different roles. Like he's very talented. Very talented.
That motherfucker crazy as fuck though.
Yeah, he is.
And he broke. Didn't he go back up to some shit?
Niggas don't know. Niggas don't know.
Moo no.
I think it's impossible for him to go like really broke. It's impossible.
He making the same kind of money I'm making.
That's broke.
Oh,
God
damn.
Back to better news. so did I hear about Kobe Bryant and the Black Mamba legal issues?
Hey y'all.
Yo.
What's up?
My mom says hey. She can hear y'all.
Hey.
Oh, tell her what's up. Hey, Miss. What's y'all last name?
Miss Edmonds. Miss Edmonds.
Edmonds. Hey, Miss Edmonds.
Hey.
I hope you're doing well over there.
Yes, I am.
That's good. I'm doing good. Over here. I'm surviving. I don't know who's laughing. It's probably G. I'm talking.
I'm not laughing. I'm just sitting here chilling, enjoying the convo.
Word.
I'm out. She said, y'all be good. She out.
All right. Gene, that was your opportunity to learn how to sew.
You're right.
You
right.
You pussied up, man. You pussy.
Yeah, I know, man.
Pussy ass.
To me.
She looked at me. She was like, that's my guys from Central right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Cougars do that to me. But anyways,
Maria, I'm not gonna let this man say this on the air, man. Yeah, that's disrespectful, G. Now take that statement back and apologize to Maria and her moms when she get back on the phone.
That's utmost respect.
Nah, I feel what you're saying, but hey, it's not tasteful. It's
It's very tasty. But
yo, this man, G. Yo, I gotta do a lot of editing for this joke. Nah, I'm playing, but go to the next topic, G.
But yeah, so yeah, did y'all hear about the Kobe Bryant Black Mamba legal issues?
I did not.
So apparently, so there's a hot tech company that's coming out with some kind of diet pills that's called Black Mamba, and apparently Kobe people sued them for Black Mamba. So then the hot tech company or whatever rebuttal with saying, high tech pharmaceuticals bounced back and said, okay, so then give us evidence of you giving us a good reason how you came up with the nickname Black Mamba. You know, because in his year, like since he called himself Black Mamba, I don't remember the exact date, but he had different stories as to how he came about Black Mamba. One, it was because of the snake, obviously, or it was because of what was it? It was a movie. Yeah, Kill Bill. It was a character on Kill Bill named Black Mamba. He said that's why he named it himself Black Mamba. So he had different stories as to how he came up with the nickname Black Mamba. So when they pretty much tell him to give them a exact reasoning behind how he came up with it, he never responded. So that's what's going on right now.
So is
wow. So I'm sorry, Kai. Go ahead.
Is somebody suing somebody? Like, what's going on with that?
So his people, Kobe people, is sued the high tech pharmaceuticals company for using Black Mama for the name of one of their diet pills or whatever. So his people sued them. So they struck first. His people struck first. So then the high tech company bounced back with, okay, so then give us a reasoning behind how he came up with his nickname in the first place, because he's been on record to say most different reasonings of how he came up with the nickname. but so they never responded to that. So they pretty much ghosted him. They pretty much ghosted that company as of now. They haven't responded at all as to how he came up with the nickname. So that's what's going on.
Word. What you was about to say, Maria?
No, I was referring to his comment about the Kill Bill thing. I mean, why would he name it after a woman?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the lead actor. It was one of the characters that was in the movie Kill Bill.
Yeah, she was a woman.
She was a woman?
Name her Black Mamba? Oh, they did name her Black Mamba.
Oh, snap.
Let me find out Maria teaching us something about wrestling and Kill Bill.
I mean, he trying to pay homage to her. Why he can't pay homage to a woman? Like, why he can't, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I fuck with it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I feel like it's a respect. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I feel like that he liked that character in the movie, and he said, "Yeah."
No. Okay, so the issue is not because he named himself after a character.
Yeah, I know.
He had different reasons behind the nickname to begin with, but he was the one to sue first about the name. He sued the company. So had his people not sued that company, none of this would be an issue.
Yeah,
and then that company brought up the fact that Floyd Mayweather's father, Roger Mayweather, his nickname was Black Mamba. And he trademarked the nickname. He trademarked Roger Black Mamba Mayweather in 2013. So the high-tech company claimed that alone should dead all of this shit.
Yeah, that's true. If that's true, then Kobe's people they might as well be silent. Because
they're still waiting on Kobe's people or Kobe to respond, and he has yet to. So that's the news on that.
I mean, at the end of the day, none of that matters to me. None of that matters to life.
I mean, no, that does matter though. As far as trademarking is concerned, trademarking names and trademarking, period. Okay. I mean, that is important information to know, because especially a lot of people don't realize all that shit that goes behind trademarking, the money that goes behind trademarking. They just assume a lot of people just don't even know about it, and then the ones that do know about it, half of them assume that it's like for the cheap, or because we said it first, we automatically get it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot behind trademarking that a lot of people don't know. I think that's why that's an important topic, because it kind of opens up the conversation behind why the importance of trademarking to begin with.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I can agree to that. I want to open up something that's outside of sports. It's kind of piggybacking off of rest in peace Nipsey Hussle. I'm not sure if you guys heard, but like Kodak Black posted up a live video, I believe, on Instagram, where he was basically in the video saying things like, "Oh, Lauren London single? Oh, I could be her friend. I could be a friend for a year and then she'd be straight," like talking shit like that. And I'm looking at the video and I'm like, yo, Kodak, man, this is not good. You're gonna get yourself in trouble. You're gonna have OGs coming at you. Like, bro, you need to calm down with all of that. It's disrespectful to talk about a man's lady when the man just died. You feel what I'm saying? And after that situation, T.I. made a video. I guess he in response to that, he like, yo, Kodak, you better watch it. You better watch it, because T.I., he the big blood. He the army. So like, yo, I don't know what's gonna happen, but Kodak, he better straighten up and pull up his pants, man.
Mumu, have you heard about that?
Man, I'm not into stuff like that.
Wow. So I heard about that. I heard he's actually banned from Los Angeles radio and shit. I heard he banned from there.
That's a huge market.
Yeah, I just think it was just distasteful. I mean, it's all a part of the new age of clout chasing, getting attention. for whatever they're doing. Obviously, Kodak is a rapper, so behind his music, behind his album, whatever. I think that was just the whole thing behind that. His record label gives him to go ahead to say what the fuck he wants to say on his live stream to promote music, because at the end of the day, the record labels only give a fuck about the money. They don't give a fuck about the actual person. So Kodak being a young teenager, I don't even know if he's even legally able to even drink yet. That's how young he is. So of course he's going to say some stupid bullshit like that. Oh, is it too early to, whatever the fuck he said, some stupid shit. It was just distasteful. That was true distasteful, and
yeah,
that's my feeling on it. I just hate that, because I actually fuck with Kodak Black music.
Yeah. I'm disappointed in a young black man that I bangs with his music, man, and he should watch it. I mean, he is young, so he's going to learn from his mistakes, hopefully. But if he claimed that he's not the person that he is in his music, because he claimed that he's more insightful, he claimed he's more intelligent than what his music portrays, and yet he says stupid shit like this, then I mean, what I'm saying? You going on Breakfast Club with glasses on, you know what I'm saying, and trying to portray this whole thing, but then you say stupid shit like this. Yeah. It's one thing to say stupid shit in regards to like another rapper that's living and you going back and forth with them. But you saying this about a rapper who just got shot doing a noble thing for one of his friends who was locked up for 20 years, and that, you know what I'm saying? And apparently the whole spill on that situation, the dude that shot him, Eric Holder, he originally came up to Nipsey, asking about, putting his music out there, working with him and shit like that. Nipsey was like, okay, because word on the street, Eric Holder was a snitch. Yeah. So Nipsey was like, okay, you a snitch. So if you bring back the paperwork proving that you're not a snitch, then I can work with you. But if not, then just, go away. So Eric didn't fuck with that. So that's why Eric, he went away. And then he came back. So the people that was around him, obviously it wasn't a security guard, it was just people around him. They thought Eric was bringing back the paperwork that Nipsey had said. But so little did they know, he came back with a gun to shoot him. And that's what happened. And then he shot him. And then he went away, came back, and, he didn't understand what Nipsey was saying. And so then he shot him more, and then came back again, and then shot him. It was just it was crazy shit. Yeah, and they said that he kicked him after he shot him. Like, that's utter disrespect. Like, that you don't even love yourself to do something that evil. That's a vicious act.
Yeah, it's just disgusting. And Nipsey, he did represent something much greater than just making music. And obviously music is a very important thing in a lot of people's lives, but if you're looking into STEM research, you're doing big things to try to turn around your community, which is a impoverished community, you're doing all this stuff, and then then how you went about getting killed. He trying to do a noble thing for somebody who was locked up for 20 years, and it was just out of love. And to get killed like that, it was just like, man, that whole situation was just like, man, what the fuck? And then for fucking Kodak to say some stupid shit like that, like, come on, dude. That it wasn't funny. It wasn't nothing. It was just distasteful and just disgusting, bro.
Yeah, bad timing. Pull your pants up.
Yeah, there was no time for that. Never.
Yeah, and mind you, Lauren London is a beautiful young lady, but it's just not the right. It's not. You just don't say those things.
Just go up. If you're gonna go about doing it, do it on the low. Don't say the shit.
Yeah, have it in your mind. Have it in your thoughts. Like, to have it live, come on now. Like, you putting yourself out there. It's just stupid, and it's wrong. So yeah,
I'll be the first to say that. I mean, I enjoy his singles. I don't enjoy his whole albums anyway.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. I'm that kind of Kodak listener. I don't wait for his albums to drop. His singles, when they drop, I'll be like, all right, they bang. But I'm not that kind of listener where I listen to that whole album. It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I just want to touch bases on that though.
My man, but since we're in the music world, I know you listen to country music.
Yeah, I do.
So, have you heard about that black the country dude that came out with that popping song?
Oh, I got the
horses
in the back.
Yeah, that shit was pop. That shit thumping. You heard that song, Moo Moo?
Oh my God, so what are y'all talking about?
That song is fire, Maria.
Maria, get out of your goddamn country girl and the motherfucking mountain shit. Music.
All right, look, Maria, do this. Go on Google and type in Lil Nas X.
Yeah, Lil Nas.
I was like, what are y'all talking about?
Yo, but Miley Cyrus dad did a remix with him.
Yeah, that's how you know this.
I heard that shit was thumping. I ain't heard that shit yet.
I heard it a little. I heard it. But I mean, I like both versions.
The thing is, they were saying that his music ain't country enough. You know what I'm saying? He was making it to the top boys or whatnot, and then they wouldn't let him go any further. They wouldn't let him go any further because they were saying that his music wasn't country enough. So,
but did you listen to the music though?
No, I haven't listened.
You were, but see, that's what I'm saying. You are a true music listener. As a black woman, you should listen to it and then come with your own opinion on it, because I feel like country music as a whole, they just.
I wasn't saying I agree with it. I was just saying, like, because you were on that topic, what I had heard about it. I didn't agree with it though. But they were saying that Billy Ray Cyrus had to get on his song to pretty much make him to help him out with that, because they weren't letting him,
Well, we want a Moo Moo opinion. We don't want their opinion. I
feel like the country music, whatever. I feel like they be bullshitting black people for real. There's a girl, her name is Mickey Gotten, and she can really sing really good, but you never hear her music on the radio.
You told me about her. I remember that.
Yeah. It be pissing me off for real.
And she's still young, right? She's like 25 maybe?
Yeah, she young. And here you go, another black person trying to make it in country music. And
they said K. Michelle trying to make country music.
Get the fuck out of here with K. Michelle making
No, you didn't see that Breakfast Club interview? No, I don't even think it was Breakfast Club interview. It was a Joe Budden interview on Everyday Struggle. She's serious about country music.
I support it.
She was talking about country music before this whole shit.
I support it.
I ain't heard it, but I mean, she might be making that fire too. I think she actually came out with an album, a country album. Now that this whole shit went down, I think she actually her label allowed her to finally release the country album.
Word. Well, that's because she grew up listening to country music, pretty much.
There we go. You know about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Why you trying to hype? Like what?
I'm just saying, like you trying to play K. Michelle and shit. Like, come on now.
Nah, man. I mean, I support it, bro. If you try and make money, I support it. If you black, I support it, man.
And I mean, as for being on my music, I'm everywhere. I'm like pop, freaking electro swing, jazz. Like, I'm everywhere. So you can't just be in one spot and love music.
The lovely Jasmine Sullivan, her birthday just passed. The soul queen of R&B. It's my lady.
Yeah. All right, how old did you turn?
32, bro.
Yeah, something in the 30s.
Maria, have you ever thought about like starting your own music podcast? Like, everything music. In WWE. What's up? The Moo Moo Music Podcast?
Stop it.
Moo Moo W.
Do not come up with a name for Maria's podcast. You need to stop it.
I'll be your producer.
I like how y'all just put my nickname out there, bro. Just everybody know my
I
nickname.
fuck with Moo with the nickname.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
I fuck with it heavy.
Heavy. Where did that nickname originate from, Maria?
Oh, dang. So, I grew up, like, farmland, whatever. So, I used to call the cows moo-moos. They just stuff.
Oh, when you was little, you used to say moo-moo a lot, and they say, look at little moo-moo.
Yeah.
Word.
So, Moo-moo, do you gotta get the cows horny before you milk them? Or how does that happen?
Stop.
Jesus Christ.
Changing the subject.
Jesus Christ. How do we get here, Gene?
I don't know, man.
How do we get here?
We're in a dark space right now. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to eat dairy, man. Milk, cheese, egg, none of that. None of that.
All right, we ain't talking about dairy again, bro. We're not going down that road.
I'm going to cut it out of my diet.
We're not going back down that road. Next topic.
Old Town Road, man.
Okay, so the NBA overrated list. You hear about this?
I did hear about that.
What's your thoughts on that shit?
They said Draymond Green is overrated, right?
Yeah, they had Draymond Green and Russell Westbrook tied for first with 7. Cause the votes came purely from the players. There was no columnists, no journalists, no fans. It was strictly players that came up with this list. And they had Draymond and Russell Westbrook, which is the conversation I wanted to have earlier, the topic I wanted to have earlier. They had them two tied for first at the most overrated at 17%. And then they had a little down the list, LeBron. Yeah, okay, so I got the list pulled up right here. They had Draymond Green and Russell Westbrook tied for first. They had Jimmy Butler tied for third. Oh, actually, there was a 3-way tie. Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns tied for third. James Harden, fourth. Actually, it was a 4-way tie at fourth with Kyle Lowry, LeBron James, Ben Simmons, James Harden tied for fourth. And then they had the miscellaneous nobody care about.
All right, so Draymond Green is rated properly, in my opinion. Russell Westbrook is underrated, in my opinion. Wait. Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins especially, he's definitely overrated. I don't even know why he's underneath Draymond Green and Russell Westbrook, but hey, that's the players. That's how they rate. But Draymond Green is rated properly because nobody really boasts about him, whether it's media or a fan in the street. Nobody really says Draymond Green is their favorite player, or everybody knows Draymond Green is there for one thing and one thing only, that's championships and being a team player. And so he's just rated properly in that aspect.
Well, I disagree with that aspect. That aspect of it, I disagree with.
Go ahead,
if we were saying another aspect, okay, so if we were saying, okay, if he's overrated as far as, okay, he's like, man, because obviously this year he ain't been a dominant figure, but if we was kind of staying when he was dominating, and and people wanted to say, okay, his stats is only padded because the talent around him, then that would be, I feel like that would be a fair argument. But I feel like now, it's not a fair argument. I feel like the argument that's being made against him, I feel like him being there for the championship, he has to be the glue. Every championship team has to have a glue player. He's that glue player, and he is a jack of all trades. He can, outside of this year, he could shoot, and he can play defense. He can, he can get the rebounds and all that stuff. He's a jack of all trades, but on a minor level in regard, if you're looking at it as far as comparing him towards MVPs such as Russell Westbrook, James Harden, LeBron James, then it's on a minor scale. But he's a glue player in regards to making sure that team not only gets the win, but ensuring that win throughout that game, instead of it always coming down to the final play. Throughout the game, he's making plays to put, Steph Curry and mom and blank. Oh, Durant, putting them niggas in place to come up with the big plays.
But look at this though. Like who is overrating Draymond Green? Who's overrating him?
But that's the thing. I don't know who is really boosting him, especially this year. I don't know
exactly. So since nobody is boosting him, he shouldn't be considered an overrated player.
Yeah. So are we on the same page on that?
Yeah, we on page 3.
Oh snap! I thought you were saying that he should be an overrated player.
Nah.
Oh shit!
I said he was rated. He was rated properly. Remember?
Oh shit! My bad.
Yeah,
I said all that for no reason.
Yeah, I'm sitting here listening to a whole monologue, and I'm like, "Yo, we say the same thing." But,
so wait, okay. So do you feel like Russell Westbrook is overrated?
All right, Russell Westbrook is underrated.
Okay, now I disagree with that one.
This man is a top 5 point guard in the league. What other point guard has averaged a triple-double three seasons in a row? 6'3" in height. He's not even a center. That's all I got for Russell Westbrook. He's underrated.
Okay, so this is my rebuttal for that. So apparently, the reason why the players voted him one of the most overrated player is because those rebounds some of them it was padded because of the fact his teammates would allow him to get the rebound.
It don't matter. It don't even matter.
So you feel like he's underrated?
Like as a team, like people know when you play on a team. Like people in a team environment, you're gonna play as a team, regardless of if you think this player is the best player. You're not gonna move out the way and let Russell get the rebounds. Yo, you're gonna play as a team. You're gonna do your role, and Russell is hustling to get everything he earned. So he's underrated, bro.
I ain't gonna say underrated, but I can see where you're coming from if you're against the overrated.
You feel like he's rated properly?
I feel like some of his stats is padded, but I'm not going to take away from the fact that his hustle is not there to get those stats. Because you still, even if he's not averaging a triple double, still getting 8 rebounds or 7 rebounds as a point guard, that's still something. So if your teammate is allowing you to get 3 more rebounds, then okay. But the fact that he was able to get close to that is amazing. So I'm not going to say he's overrated, but I'm not going to say he's underrated either.
Word. But what was other? You said Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns, Jimmy Butler,
LeBron James.
LeBron James is definitely not overrated. That man.
Do you feel like?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, do you feel like he's towards the end of his peak?
That's actually a great question, G. Due to all the things that's been going on this season, I've been really scared. Like, before this season started, I was really hopeful and I had faith in him making the playoffs. But after all of this stuff that's been happening, I'm like, wait, is this the end of the road for LeBron? But then I was like, you know what? Even the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, took a break. After 3 championships, he took a 2-year break, came back with 3 more championships. Who's to say LeBron can't do the same thing?
No, I don't know much about basketball, at all, but I know one thing about LeBron James, and no matter how long, even if you take a break or whatever, he still does good for, everybody outside of basketball, with scholarships, with, boys and girl clubs and stuff like that. I do know that he's on his stuff for real.
Yeah, thank you for shouting that out, Maria, because that man is not only a great basketball player, but that man is a great man.
Yeah.
That school he built.
And that's And that's where the divide happens, because I know listening to Laker fans and, and then just kind of putting it in my eye view, if I was looking at it through the lens of my Carolina Panthers, if Cam Newton got traded to Carolina, and North Carolina was a state of, being on TV, having Hollywood and having all kind of businesses, having the Jews here and doing big shit, outside of that sport, then I would question everything that Cam Newton was doing, because are you here for us, or are you here for that extracurricular shit? And not to say that shit is not noble, because if you're opening up a high school, for, people who can't afford schooling and all that, that's noble. If you're doing all this charity work, that's noble. I fuck with it on a personal level, but if you're on my team, I want you to be here 110%. But when I'm seeing certain clips of LeBron separating himself from his own teammates in a timeout huddle, then I have the question: Is you there for basketball, or are you there for other shit?
That's actually a great. That's clap it up for Gene, please clap it. Somebody, that was well put together, G, because it's hard to combat against that, but I'm gonna try. Okay, now, maybe he shut down mentally before he actually shut down physically this season. Meaning, I'm pretty sure when he signed that Lakers contract that he wanted to win a championship as a Laker. But then when stuff started to happen and he got injured, maybe he shut down mentally, because he was like, you know what? I'm going to take this season off so I can get mentally and physically prepared for the next 2-3 seasons and build this team into a championship contender. So I'm trying to give him an excuse, like, maybe he's just taking this season off, and he did do a couple of, non-leadership things, as like you said, sitting on the other side of a timeout huddle and all of that stuff. Maybe it was just a whole dysfunctional situation he had to get away from. Maybe he was reading off bad vibes. I don't know. But this is a year that I believe is a break for him to come back next season, in the next couple of seasons, to try to compete for a championship title.
I mean, I would say that, me personally, I don't even going to go as far as I don't think personally he shut down mentally. I was just speaking from in terms of what a lot of fans are saying. But from my point of view, I don't think that he has shut down mentally. I think that he did his best, because he was still averaging 27 points a game after he came back from his injury.
Right.
So, I mean, he still was putting up numbers. He still was doing his thing. But I think that because Lonzo was injured at one point. His other support cat, Rondo was injured at one point. All them niggas, like all their starters was injured at some point in the season. So I think that it was just a matter of, okay, damn, like we just all can't get that chemistry that we need to make this playoff code. Let's not forget, they was fourth in the conference, Western Conference, the tougher conference, at one point, before that whole injury debacle started happening. So they was playoff contenders at one point, true playoff contenders, not just 8 seed shit. They was in the middle. They were middle conference contenders. So I think it just all broke down once the injuries started happening throughout the season. And, obviously he's not God. He can't just create shit. Regardless of what people may think, because he went to 8 straight finals, he's human, as well as everybody else on his team. So I think not to give them an excuse, but I think that's was really the main thing. So I personally don't think he's at the end. I don't think he's past his prime, but I think that if he don't do it within these next couple years, then it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
with the Lakers at least.
Yeah. He has to, he has to bring a championship to the Lakers. But I feel like, even if he doesn't, his legacy is stamped, and he'll be considered, top three greatest, top 5 greatest of anybody's list, to be honest.
So Mumu, where you at?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so Mumu, who would you in the wrestling world? Who would you compare to LeBron James?
Roman Reigns.
You think LeBron James is the greatest of all time in basketball?
Jeez. All right. Okay, how about John Cena? Because he got his whole fan base, they're pretty much wild about him. He's pretty much the number 1 wrestler right now. Like,
I'm not too mad at that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the John Cena.
Yeah, I'm not too mad at that. It's a pretty good one. I mean, you know more about wrestling than I do, Mumu. So I just gotta believe your word, But so LeBron, I think he's doing Space Jam 2. What y'all think about that coming out?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Mumu,
man.
did you see Space Jam 1?
Of course.
Well, which alien was your favorite alien?
How can you pick one?
I can pick one. Well, I can't actually, but I mean, they distinguished enough to know which alien you wanted to pick from.
Nobody had a favorite alien.
But I mean,
I don't know. That little red one kind of funny. That small one.
Oh wait, you talking about the Charles Barkley one?
So how can you?
See, I don't know.
Okay. Look, y'all look up the Space Jam, either images or some shit. Look it up, okay? Because I watched this shit as a child. My aunts, they videotape everything, okay? They videotape Jeffersons, they videotape Good Times, they videotape Space Jam. So I watched it all, okay? SpongeBob. So let me know where you at.
Now, hold on. I got before you go, I have to clear this out of the water, man. I remember we had a debate before, and this man G said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think that's how they, was better than the Power Rangers. Now, that's blasphemous.
Hell yeah, it was.
What?
Hey!
Yo, you have to be kidding me.
You have to be kidding me.
The Power Rangers culture was much cooler. I'm sorry.
No. It really wasn't. With Master Splinter and the freaking pizza man, forget you.
But everybody wanted to be a Power Ranger.
Everybody wanted to be a Ninja Turtle.
Nobody wanted to be a slow ass turtle.
They still do. And then freaking Power Rangers ruined it because they came out with so many different versions of themselves.
Exactly.
It was so stupid.
See?
And then you came out with a movie and it was retarded. But Ninja Turtles, they came out with that movie and it was even better.
Nah,
exactly.
the old Power Rangers movies is good, but not the new ones. Not the new ones.
I ain't gonna lie, that Space Jam, the rabbit girl, I ain't gonna lie, I used to think she was bad.
Stop it right there. Stop it right. Why would you say some disgusting shit like that, G?
What? The bunny?
You looking at a cartoon, man.
Okay, I was a kid.
Hey, man. Now we know what's on your porn history, dog.
Yo, no.
Hey,
man. Lola was bad, bro. Get off,
Hey, man. Now we know.
Come on. Some Mumu. You with me, right? She was bad. She was bad. She was bad.
Space Jam, they made her look good, but
you know what? Okay, but look. If I gotta name a cartoon, it gotta be freaking Lilo and Stitch's sister. What's the sister? The older sister.
Oh yeah, she was bad too.
Yeah, man.
Oh
nah, you wanna
Mumu, what's the most attractive cartoon figure to you?
Dang. Static Shock was my man.
Word. Yeah, he was
the
dope.
The dreads got you?
I don't know. No, because his dreads were kind of messy. I guess it was how he moved and stuff like that.
The rhythm.
And the fact that he was already bringing, Static Shock was one of the first ones I saw where he had a white best friend.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Nah, that cartoon show was lit. I used to watch that every day.
That shit was lit.
Cartoons,
that shit was lit, though.
It's not the same no more, man. I don't know what these kids is watching.
And nothing is the same anymore.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake said it best, man. But
I do like the Titans show though.
The baby shit?
The new ones?
No, the new ones.
Yeah, the baby shit.
What do you mean, baby?
That's baby shit.
Come on.
The old shit was where was that? Now the new shit.
Okay,
have you still kind of funny, it? But
have you seen it?
Yeah, I seen it. The new shit is kind of funny.
What about All right.
Nah, but look,
I
can agree
with
Maria.
What about Starfire being black and bad as hell?
Wait, she's black?
On a new one?
Yeah. You ain't seen it. It's a new show.
No, I've seen the new one. She's not black. She's still Starfire white.
No, she's black. On the new Titans. Titans, the TV series, she black.
I have to see this.
What? No, yeah. I've seen the new and the old one. Starfire is still white.
She's black,
like white voice.
She is black.
I have to see
She's
this.
A white voice character.
Wait,
she's black and she slept with... Come on now. You ain't seen the new one then.
The old one, yeah, she slept with Robin. New one, they're just joking around and shit, and she's still white. What are you talking about, Moo? What are you looking at?
Anna Diop, bruh. 2019 series.
2019? All right, hold on. I got you.
Okay. I ain't on that 2019 shit. I'm on that the other shit. Okay. So you're on a new. You're on a new shit.
She black.
Oh. You know what's ironic about me saying new?
Lauren London.
God damn it.
God bless her soul. God bless her soul.
Hey, rest in peace to the king.
I was about to say something. Damn, I forgot.
Okay, so I'm looking at the cartoon characters from the aliens from the fucking Space Jam shit. Okay, so the short one was the pink one. The shortest one was the pink one. Then you had the green one with the buzz cut. You had a tall one that was awkward looking. And then you had the orange one that was Charles Barkley. He was the big fat one.
Bro.
And then you had the purple one that was nice guy. He muscular. I mean, they all were kind of muscular, but he was. I mean, if y'all pulled the shit up, god damn it.
Yeah, I have it up. Nobody had a favorite alien, bro. I'm sorry.
I ain't have a favorite alien either, but shit. Content. Anyway, go ahead. What you were gonna say, Kyle. Goddamn.
Alright, so I have a theory. Now, tell me if my theory is going to be correct or you think it's bullshit. All right, y'all ready for this?
I think it's bullshit. Go ahead.
So this theory goes like this: GameStop will be out of business, just like Blockbuster went out of business.
Nah, never.
Bullshit. Go ahead. Why you think it's why?
So here's why. Gaming these days has changed. It has evolved from what it used to be. You know, back then you used to play games and it was at your home and there was no such thing as online. But now they're coming out with these games that I think it's called RPG. I'm not sure the correct terminology of it, but it's like an RPG online. And you play these games. You could download the games at your house, at your home, and play people online and still have fun. Like the littest games right now are those kinds of games. Not the Maddens, not the 2Ks, not the
so like the
Tekkens.
Esport games, basically.
Esport games, what?
Come on, bro. You ain't never heard of esports?
No, I'm saying, like, what do you mean by saying esports games?
It's like fighting games, war games.
Okay,
games
okay,
like
that's
that.
what you meant. Yeah, so, yeah, all of that is secondary to the gaming that's, you know, of today. And I feel like people is going to stop going to GameStop, just like how people stop going to Blockbuster to get VHSs.
Momo, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay, so niggas like me, I play 2K in Madden, right? But I don't play online. Like I don't care about playing against somebody in Turkey or some shit. Like I want to play franchise mode against the computer because I like creating my own storylines and doing that kind of shit. Like I'm just a weirdo, right? So I feel like there's other weirdos like me that like to do that shit. So there's always going to be a niche for that. Going in GameStop or wherever, because over the summer I'm gonna buy Xbox One or PlayStation 4, whichever one, and I'm gonna buy Madden, and I'm gonna do the same thing.
But then you can get that from Amazon.
Okay, I could do that too, but I don't trust ordering online. That's what I'm saying. That all plays into it. I don't trust online shit. Along with I don't play online, not because I don't trust it. It's just I just don't play online. I never did as a child. I just don't do it. So they just all formulate together. Like when it comes to games, I'm anti-online. So there's going to be a niche for that, and places like GameStop and Allied Games or LE Games or whatever the fuck it's called, they're gonna have a niche for people like me. And I can't speak for people like my brother who like to play online and shit and like to do all that bullshit. So I think there's a split market for that.
Okay. Maria?
Alright, so I play online games. On my phone, pretty much, like, I play NetEase games, which, you can download them on your phone, whatnot. Like you said, it's like war-type games. You shooting people, blah, blah, blah. But then you have other systems, and you can go trade in or whatever. GameStop offers, like, multiple choices in different games at one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go online or whatever, it's right there at your convenience for different systems. And they stay up to date. Like, they always stay up to date. They stay ahead of people.
All right. In 15 years, when y'all come to me with that bet we had, that we made just now, $500, don't say nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't you say no when you go down the street to GameStop.
15 years. I'm telling you, GameStop is going out of business. I called it right now.
No. I don't think so. I think the bigger thing is like the clothing places and stuff like that, but not entertainment places.
Yo, you can pay monthly to a certain company and they do the meal prep for you and they send it to your house. I'm about to start doing that for real. Cause I always thought about, I gotta eat healthier and, my parents buy food from the grocery store, but it's like I end up eating that food. Like I have to be more disciplined. So, if I do this monthly thing, then I'll probably get more disciplined with eating better food.
I I mean, it's all in the mindset. Me being a former fitness coach and all that bullshit, you know, nutrition is not supposed to be where we give advice, but niggas still give advice. So, but at the end of the day, let me saying that. Let me give you advice. So, at the end of the day, I mean, at the end of the day, it's based off of your mindset. If you want to pay money to meal prep or go to the gym or whatever in regards to your health and wellness, then that's you don't care about the money, you don't care about the surrounding. At the end of the day, you kind of look at it, especially, I mean, with you, Kai, being a former athlete, you know that when you get your mind set, you know, okay, I'm going to block out everything else. So that's kind of how health and wellness is. You just have to, when it comes to your goal, block out everything else, and I'm going to do this.
To pretty much discipline yourself?
What did you say?
So you're saying pretty much discipline yourself? Yeah,
basically, and with being a former athlete, that's the kind of mindset you have to be in, because I can speak for myself. You know, the athletic world and fitness world, a lot of people like to associate the two, but athletes who's in the athletic world know that it's different from the fitness world. It's just two different monsters. So when you're trying to, when it comes to, you know, trying to say, okay, you're a former athlete, you're trying to get your body right, you're not into sports anymore, you're not into competition as far as that goes anymore. How do I get motivated? That's kind of the way, that's kind of the mindset to have going into it as a former athlete. It's like, okay, I know I'm not an athlete, I'm not competing for anything, but I'm trying to get right. So how can I put myself in that kind of mindset? Boom. It's really not any difference. You just block out everything and say, okay, this is what I want. I want to have this weight. I want to be from 225 pounds. I want to be 200 pounds. Boom. This is what I'm going to do to get to that, or whatever.
That's spot on, G. That's actually my goal. That's my weight, and then that's my goal.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying in a nutshell. Is for those who don't have that motivation to go to the gym or eat healthier. If you're a former athlete, that's something to kind of refer to as to your past and how you got built up for games or got built up for practices. That's kind of the mindset.
So, by the way, what is a nutshell?
So, what is a nutshell?
Yeah.
A nutshell is what protects the nut.
Does the shell come off of that? Because I always seen the squirrel and the nut, but I never really seen that shit in real life. Does it detach? Does the top? Does the nutshell detach from the nut?
Yes, essentially, yeah.
Have you done it before?
I mean, a nutshell is a part of the nut, but the piece that everybody gets to, whether it's a squirrel or whether it's a human, that piece is also a part of the nut. So if you're trying to get to that part, I don't know the exact name of it, but if you're trying to get to that part, that's also a part of the nut. But the nutshell is also a part of the nut.
So I don't get the phrase then, like to put it all in a nutshell. So what is that?
In a nutshell, that's pretty much to kind of like group it all in and just keep it in one place.
Why they didn't say like a laundry bag or a freaking basket, to put it all in a basket? You know what I'm saying?
That's your thing. Let that be your thing, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna start something new, man.
All right then.
But
let that be your thing.
You know, I wanna cut to this another blasphemous thing in the media that's going on, in the NFL that's going on. The Jets' new uniform is bone ugly. I'm not sure if you guys seen it.
I've seen it. I like it.
I think it's one of those uniforms that's going to grow on me, but as of right now, I don't like the uniforms. They look.
I mean, the uniforms. Okay, so the uniforms they used to have, or the ones from last year, and however long they had it before that. I don't know what the history of Jets uniforms is, but the one they had before this one, I like. It was cool, but it was like kind of boring at the same time. It wasn't ugly, but it was boring. Yeah. I feel like this one was more fun.
This one is more like say I'm in Madden and I'm trying to create a team. Like that's what it looks like. It just looks like a Madden player creating a team. Like it looked like a college team for real. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I mean, I just feel like maybe it's just me. It just looked because the other uniforms were just boring. Wasn't ugly, but it was just boring. Yeah. I just feel like maybe that's why I'm looking at it through that lens. But it's just like, oh, okay, this is kind of new, this spicy. We spicing up the relationship. Okay,
the relationship.
Yo, Maria, Moo, have you ever spiced up the relationship?
I'm not in this conversation, bro.
No, get in this conversation. You ever spiced up something? So what you spicing up?
Have you ever spiced up a relationship?
Always spicing up in Moo world.
Now,
what you mean spiced up a relationship, man?
This something new for your mate, spice it up.
Some lingerie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm open to different ideas, trying new things.
I'm trying to think if I did anything to spice it up. Maybe.
Momo, have you ever like did any foreplay differently to spice it up?
No, not really.
Okay.
This man G trying to get into details, man. Have you ever spiced it up for your mate?
Hey, you got. What was that dance move y'all niggas used to? Gotta beef it up. Gotta be. Hey.
That would be foreplay. You would be.
Yeah, that's the foreplay, nigga. You gotta beef it up.
Yo, he would beef it up.
That's sick. That's a sick foreplay.
That is so sick.
I mean, what's your real definition of foreplay?
I know my definition. Kai, you want to go first?
Ooh, I like these questions. 21 questions. All right, let me stop. But my definition of foreplay is basically, me coming in as a firefighter wearing the uniform and only having my Johnson out and
I ain't seen now fire.
And then I have a hose with me, but the hose has to be smaller than my Johnson because I don't want it to be next to the hose. And all right, so let me start. All right, so foreplay to me is basically the stage that you're in before you get to that stage. That stage is the sex, right? So the foreplay, it can go anywhere from teasing, biting, nibbling, eating the pussy, sucking the dick, foreplay.
Right, so you sucking a dick for your foreplay?
I'm talking about for all, genders, males and females. Okay. I'm a heterosexual male. I'm pretty but yeah, basically that's what foreplay is to me.
Okay, Moo, what's foreplay to you?
She asked you the question, bro.
Oh shit, that's crazy. That's nuts. All right, so let me. How do I follow that one up? Thank you, Kai. Let's see. Foreplay has to be. There's a time limit. I think there should be a time limit to foreplay. I think there's a 2-minute barrier to foreplay. And you get 2 minutes. After that, that's sex. Okay. I think it does require, the oral, aspect of it, kissing, fingering, all that shit. I think all that plays into foreplay outside of the actual penis intersecting into the vagina or the butthole, or however y'all get down. But I feel like oral is a big part of foreplay. I feel like fingering and kissing is a big part of foreplay. That's foreplay to me.
Okay.
Oral is a big part of sex in general.
Yes, but it starts with foreplay.
You gotta
anytime,
start.
Anytime after 2 minutes, then it's sex after that. So then you tongue fucking. You're not eating the cooch. You just tongue fucking after that.
And you gotta lick the behind the ear and make her toes curl.
Have you ever heard that there actually are secret holes behind the knees?
Man, this is all gibberish, G.
Okay, that's gibberish.
Gibberish.
So we don't consider behind the knee as another hole.
You got a hole behind your knee?
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not a person that has a master's in anatomy, so I can't tell you.
All right, so since Maria threw me the alley-oop, I have to ask. As a man, G, and as a woman, Maria.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a man, G.
Mm-hmm.
Will you have your ass ate?
You know, and we actually had this conversation before. And before I said no. I feel like that shit is for the gay. But now I think I have a change of heart on that.
Guess I'm apologizing to John to do.
This guy done crossed over.
The crossover like Alverson. But
So you're pretty much open to it.
yes, because I feel like it's something of power. I feel like for a heterosexual guy, I feel like that's something that just it's for power. Like it just like it's not even necessarily to feel. It's just the fact that you got this feminine being.
Yo, son. So you saying it's not necessarily the pleasure, it's the power of it.
Yeah, because it's like what woman is going to women they're women's senses are way more heightened than men, so they're smelling a whole lot more shit back there.
That is amazing.
So you doing with that, you got the hairier butthole. It's a power thing. That's the only reason you want your woman to do it. Like, if she's willing to do it, that means you that nigga, basically.
I mean, at least we got one real nigga in the group, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
John is a real nigga. He's a pioneer again, starting shit.
Yeah, he gonna have to come on the next episode for real.
He's gonna have to.
But I'm not sure if Maria would answer the question, but I would, divert the question towards her.
All right, what's the question?
As a woman,
Mm-hmm.
will you perform fellatio on a man's ass?
I will not. I will not go anywhere near there.
So you telling me of what's that wrestler name? Rain something?
Okay.
Rain.
I sure will not. Mm-mm.
Damn, not even for the
So
man
if he
Reigns.
shaved his butt, all that, you ain't gonna eat it?
I'm good, thanks.
Even if he got on a knee with a wedding ring.
Nope.
Okay. You can go with that.
If he gave you $1 million,
Nope.
okay.
Man, if he gave me $1 million, nah, I'm playing. Let me stop.
All right, Kyle, we didn't ask you all that. Yeah, ask you all that, nigga.
Yo, Tobbs is hard over here. Tobbs is really hard over here.
Some strength for a little change. You feel me?
Hey, man.
Oh, okay.
That shit nuts. But anyways, Maria, I know you in the WWE world, so you probably didn't even hear this. But Magic Johnson resigned from the Lakers.
Yeah, man. The pressure was too much for him to handle. Now, I don't think
with the pressure.
Yeah, because he's a man that he does a lot of other things. He don't got time to be the president of basketball operations, man. Like, they got to give that to a person who is 100% focused on that one job. And I just feel like he has many other jobs that he's focused on, and he can't really settle in and focus on that one job, and that's why they've been doing doing poorly this season.
I mean, yeah, he said his explanation for stepping down. Not have my own reason. I think it's something different, but he said that it's because, during that whole time, I don't know if you remember this, Kai, but when he was talking about being Ben Simmons' mentor or some shit and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, he was restricted from doing that because then that's tampering with, it's tampering or whatever with him being in his spot, So he said that's the reason why he stepped down, because he felt restricted. But I feel like Lakers, Jeannie Buss, because she's the daughter of I forgot her father name, but she pretty much took the reins of that shit, and I feel like she was gonna fire that nigga, and I feel like, but because of what Magic means to the Lakers and to save face, I feel like she gave him the opportunity to step down.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that they had some kind of scuffle in the front office, and then she was like, you know what, yo, Magic, we not agreeing on these terms. Like, you want to step. I mean, I don't know though, because they said that he decided to speak to the press and decide to say that he was stepping down without even telling Jeannie Buss.
He said that. They didn't say that. He said that. And that's a part of it, though. Of course, they're going to, behind closed doors, say, okay, hey, say this to the press, you know what I'm saying, and we just go on our separate ways. But I feel like that was just orchestrated before the press conference, and I feel like then he said what he said during the press conference.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. And along with that, he along with the disagreement with the owner, he did have a lot of other business operations he was handling, and it was just overbearing. It was overwhelming. Yeah. But it's sad. He's the one who bring LeBron over. Now LeBron has to, make.
I feel like LeBron was gonna. I feel like LeBron was gonna go over regardless if Magic Johnson was there or whoever was there.
Yeah, that's facts.
I feel like he was gonna go to the Lakers. LeBron is in control of what he do.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. He would have been over there even regardless without that man.
Speaking of which, I like to give a special shout out to D Wade. I think today was his last away game or some shit. And did you hear about the whole Paul Pierce and D Wade shit?
Yo, when I heard that, bro, I said, Paul Pierce, you stepped yourself in some mud. For you to make a bold statement like that, yeah, you were great, but you can never say that you was greater than D Wade, bro.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like in his position, I feel like he had to say that because him and D Wade battled it out on the court. Like, they literally battled it out. It wasn't like he was like ahead of D Wade's generation, and he was just saying from that. He actually was in those tough games, those tough playoff games against D Wade, and I feel like that. I think that showed the authenticity in what he was saying. Now, do I think he was right? Fuck no. But I think I can appreciate the authenticity because on the court he was saying he's better than D Wade, and he's still now in his retirement saying he's better than D Wade. And I think I can appreciate that.
And he added to the fact that if he had Shaq or if he had LeBron and Chris Bosh, he would have been had 5-6 championship rings. Yo.
Yeah.
Probably, but you probably would have been like the third, fourth option on them teams.
But see, and that's the thing. They didn't ask him if you had XYZ. They asked him who had the better career. I think that's where he oversteps his boundary.
Yeah.
When he brought up that.
Yeah.
So, Moo.
Yeah.
Wake up, girl. Okay, so would if okay, you in a workplace, right?
Right.
And you had a somebody who formerly worked there say, "Oh, I can do better than her. She had XYZ. She had that manager. She had a better location. XYZ. How do you feel about player haters hating from the outside?
They on the outside, ain't they? Yeah, I ain't worried about it.
What if they formerly was in your position and was doing some good things? How you feel about that? And they were saying that shit.
If you doing even better things and you holding it down as your own person, then you need not worry about them. You know what I'm saying? They used to have a position. They don't now.
So you're saying D Wade shouldn't even be worried about this shit?
Okay.
Yeah, D Wade, he's gonna fall asleep at night. Like he not worried nothing about this Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce is a great guy, great player.
Yes,
but,
Celtic.
Oh no, not a Celtics fan.
It is what it is, bro.
Wait, you a Celtics fan, Maria?
Yeah.
Come on. So you still a Celtics fan?
Yeah.
So you see the debacle of what's going on right now.
Spell that word, G.
I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on there with you. I could have looked it up, but I'm not. but yeah. So you fuck with this shit. That was supposed to be what LeBron was to the Heat. Kyrie Irving came here to be the guy. Then you had the white boy Hayward. You had the rookie. What's the fucking rookie name?
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum. That's what I'm thinking about. Jason Tatum. You had Jason Tatum. Y'all supposed to be the collective crew right now, and yet y'all just skimming by in the East Coast, the weaker conference, and yeah.
I mean, they're still young. Still in their first 2 years.
I'm not giving Irving that pass. I'm not giving Hayward that pass. I'm giving Tatum that pass because he is young. I'm not giving the niggas that's supposed to be the head guys that pass.
This man is like 25. Kyrie Irving is like 25.
No, he's like 27.
Okay, all right. Let me look this up.
Look that up. I know y'all have the same first name and shit. But we have to, you know what I'm saying? We got to be professional about this, you know?
Damn, man, he is 27.
Exactly.
Hey, he better link up with LeBron, man.
So I'm hearing that he's supposed to be trying to link up with Durant to go to the Knicks.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens.
Would you become a Knicks fan if that happened?
Listen, I'm making a whole Knicks mural on my wall if that happens.
That is crazy, bro.
Yeah, man.
That is a crazier statement than you saying you will build a castle on your dick for Justin Bieber.
Now that is 100% false. That it was never said. That was never said. That don't even make any sense.
Explain to me.
It makes 0 sense.
Explain to me what you said.
Just because I'm a guy who enjoys Justin Bieber's music, doesn't mean we need to make blasphemous remarks about my fandom.
What did you say, God? What did you say?
I said this man is very talented and he should be appreciated.
Okay.
Nah, but let me go into some closing remarks. Dirk, he's retiring. And he had
allegedly.
Yeah, it is allegedly, but I feel like he is going to retire. I feel like it's time for him to retire. There's nothing left for him to do, especially when Porzingis comes back next season. it's no point in him being on the team. Maybe for veteran leadership, I don't know.
I mean, he was power forward anyway. Porzingis is center.
No, Porzingis is a power forward, bro.
He's 7'3". He's a center.
That don't mean nothing.
That means everything.
That man could shoot the three. He could dribble the ball.
Okay, Brook Lopez. The fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
But he's a primary center. Primary center.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I just wanted to shout out Dirk. He had a fabulous career. He got a ring in Maverick City. That's tough to do when you really ain't got no other superstars around you besides Jason Kidd. Jason Terry was popping off. Sean Marion was popping. But that team, you don't think of that team as a championship team. Maybe that's
you meant Jason Terry, not Jason Kidd.
Wasn't he on that squad too?
No, Jason Kidd was with the Nets, not.
But he went to the Mavericks, bro.
No, not as a player. He probably was there before he was with the Nets, but after the Nets, he didn't go to the Mavs.
Bro, who was the point guard playing for the Mavericks then?
Jason Terry.
No, he was the shooting guard.
He was the point guard, nigga.
Yeah, you owe me $500, bro.
You bugging. Jason Terry was like 6'1".
Bro,
shooting guard.
Jason Kidd was on the Mavericks from 2008 to 2012, bro.
Really?
Yeah, and he won the championship 2011, bro. Come on, now I know my NBA history.
Didn't win he didn't win a championship with them.
He did, bro.
Jason Kidd?
Jason Kidd on the Mavericks. How do you not remember this?
Light-skinned Jason Kidd?
Bro, look it up, bro.
I know Jason Terry, but not Jason Kidd, bro.
Bro, how you know more basketball than I do?
Yes, I just don't. Was he starting?
Bro, what? It's Jason Kidd, bro. Of course he was starting.
And of course, I mean, Gary Payton wasn't starting on the Heat when he was with the Heat.
Yo, he was like 49 years old. Like, come on.
So was Jason Kidd.
No.
See, this colorism. Yo, Moo, have you ever heard of colorism? Moo, wake up.
I'm up.
Yo, you ever heard of colorism?
I mean, what you mean, like Chase Wreck or whatever?
Yeah, niggas being racist against their own race and shit.
Yo, son. Jason Kidd was the starting point guard at the Mavericks, bro. He won the championship.
Man. Nah. What you got to say about colorism, Moo?
I'm not racist at all, so I think it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, that's some breaking news right there. God damn, girl. You did that thing.
Nah, but man. Go ahead.
All right, so hold on. Let me. Okay. I'm gonna give a shout out to this website because this is the greatest basketball website ever. It's not NBA.com. Fuck them. It's basketball-reference.com. That's the best fucking website ever for basketball.
Send me the link.
Yeah. Okay. Might be right. You might be right. This is why this is the best basketball website ever because they give it to you straight.
Oh, really? That's what she said. But yeah. If you got something else, G, I'm wrapped up for the day.
I wanted to wrap up with Johnny Manziel changing his first name to John and not Johnny. How do y'all feel about changing of names for professionalism?
3 words, G. I don't care.
Okay, Moo. How you feel?
I'm good.
All right, there we go. And there you go.
That's
podcast is wrapped up for the day.
That's wrapped up for the day. Nah, but man, yo, Maria, give the people, your socials and all of that stuff where to find you at.
With the what?
Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
I'm I'm good. You know,
Cow lovers.
I
Me.
enjoy being up here. I really do thank
Trying to stay incognito. Okay, I feel that.
Cow love. Okay, you can catch Moo on cowloversmeat.com or farmersmeat.com.
Wow.
Man.
You know those commercials.
God.
Those commercials are just hilarious. How silly those commercials are.
They're genius. They promote to a specific niche. It's genius in this day and age.
Yeah, but let's wrap this up, man. I'm your host, Smoove, here with Petty G. We had a lovely guest today, Maria, aka Moo. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure you guys follow us on the Instagram page, Burg Bros Podcast, and the Facebook page is coming soon. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's the same name, the Crooklyn Third. And what you got for me, G?
So just like and subscribe. Thank you for those who have continued to watch our 2-hour-long podcast. Thank you very much, and that's all I have for you. You made it.